And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta in our Resistance run, where we're starting to try to build some mega nations. We're building fleets for attempting to get out to Jupiter and or Saturn and or both. And we're starting to make progress, I think, with that. 771 is doing a decent job of distracting the aliens, I believe. Can I look at how many aliens there are? Fleet list. So that's my fleet list, and the aliens have a bunch of fleets. A total of 8,000 fleet power. Or 80,000 fleet power. In a whole bunch of different little fleets. So you got 11 ships going to the temporary orbit, so that's going to go engage the 771. That's going to 771, although that's... No, that's another 15 ships, so those are two big fights. We've got a really big fleet on the way to Earth, arriving in November. I think that is the assault carriers? That's a bunch of assault carriers. 3 assault carriers coming in. So the aliens want some armies on Earth. They're getting a little peeved about their 2 armies. And then yeah, they've got a bunch of fleets going out. None have actually set out to try to intercept the newest wave going out yet, but we'll see how that goes. So let's confirm assignments, because we've got assignments already pre-assigned. And I think the next big bunch of excitement is going to end up occurring in November.
I will help them.
Better defend interests in North Korea,
securing our
and
interests.
South Korea.
Tell me your orders.
Your public campaigning, okay.
We have neutralized their key people.
Here's a crackdown, here comes a purge. Actually, this is China, so I'm not worried about burning the democracy score in China.
Mission complete.
And we can pull unification on Cuba. Policy-wise, you can do federation on Panama. Oh, I haven't federated them yet. Although the federation, yeah. So just do repeat and continue, because we got more place to federate. Human controls doesn't keep a have merged into a single nation, which presumably has dropped a bunch of stats in America, unsurprisingly. Although I don't expect it's going to take too long for most of those to recover.
Our people have taken control.
People have taken control. Okay, back to the planning
Ready to go.
stage.
Where do you need me? Standing by for orders.
You have purge, so go in and purge the already racked down point
Targeting the
Honduras.
opposition. Ready.
Your orders.
Acknowledged.
Then when can I do the federation with China? When it comes out of cooldown, obviously. '17th of July. Next one we can bring those 2 into Federation. Or no. Not bring them in the Federation, bring them into China proper. Yeah. And that'll protect them from disappearing into some other nation. Although it is going to make it harder to continue fixing China. But it is what it is. So over here in the New World, we got someone going for that point. We can't go to that point until we have that point. So we should do basically the same over here. We should have someone go for that point.
Turning up the heat.
So that we can come from the executives on one
Ready
or
for
both
my
of them next cycle.
Terminating the opposition.
Your orders?
Do a quick check that we aren't forgetting to pick up places like this. We can pick up a command here. And you grab persuasion. You're a quick learner, so you can grab your investigate. You need one more to grab command. And you need 5 more to grab command. We've been all the way around. Okay. And then I just need to give you a mission. You can do crime. Sadly, you could probably do it more investigate. Yeah, you could do it more investigate, but you don't have it at the moment. So, what do I want to do with you? Let's do some public campaign in Japan.
Work in the public.
How goes the stability in India? Reasonably high public opinion. Confusion is rising. 21st of March, so still next year for leaving the alien administration. Heavy fusion will be done in July. There we go. Here's the heavy fusion. And we were able to skip, for whatever reason, the level 2 one, which is probably fine. Economy, welfare, environment. That's tempting. Well, that's a 50k tech. Muons catalyze nuclear fusion reactions. 10% thrust bonus to fusion drives. Tempting. Maybe hold off on that. These 3 are probably pretty good ones to pick up when we're done with the final power plant tech. So we're not slowing the power plant tech down. And we might actually be at the point where I want to pick these up. All the officer spawn techs. Because officers would actually, at this point, be pretty good now that we're not expecting to lose ships every fight. Because we don't usually coup. At least I don't usually coup. Could we go for Greater India? I think we want to stabilize India a little bit more before we go over Greater India. Don't need those control points yet. I'm a little worried that we might actually be somewhat vulnerable to enthrall in some of the new places. You know, let's favor all the alien ones just so they're all near the top. You know, let's start trying to grab all the enthrall. A little less worried about terrorize. Oh, this is bonus damage versus human armies. I don't think we need that, but we may want that later. Yeah, let's pick up the enthrall modifiers. We want to make the aliens less effective against our points, because at least the ones in India are going to be pretty vulnerable. India, Russia, maybe even the EU. Apparently I can't even press the engage. We're so low on fuel, I just have to accept. One of our ships has no capacity to point even from the beginning of the fight. We're still not harmless, and there's still a decent possibility we win this engagement, even with our ship so badly damaged. Anyhow, one reason we might want the officer promotion ones, as you can see, we've got a captain on one of our ships. Every time I think you win an engagement, there's a certain percent chance you can grab a captain as an officer, and the captains do rank up, so we could potentially get the mission control costs of in this Titans all the way down to 1 if we just pick up enough officers. Yeah, that requires us winning engagements and surviving engagements with ships multiple times. But that's feasible with these, as we've shown. Just seeing if I'd rendered a mission kill on that one. I did. Swap targets to the one that we haven't mission kill on. Okay, those are now both mission kills. We're definitely becoming less effective as each of these fights go past. Okay, I think we're on track to win this naval battle as well, the space battle as well. Although the fleet at this point is becoming more and more and more incapable of bringing the guns to bear on the right targets. Closest ship is probably that one. We're going to focus on that one. That one's at least coming towards us. Gonna kill. Right now, all enemies are out of range. Well, I think one of them might be burning back towards us. Yeah, that one's in range. We can get the main weapons to bear. Oh, and it's lost its engines. That one. And then we probably just press the... Well, actually, no, they still got two that are maneuvering, so I might be able to get a second one here. That one is a mission kill and never going to be destroyed. It's just going to be floating there harmlessly for the rest of the game. Here we go. Once again, 771 survives an encounter with the aliens at the cost of the majority of the alien fleet. Although at this point, I doubt it's going to survive many more engagements before it simply becomes incapable of effectively returning fire. "771 returns in theory to operation." At this point, I need like the spaceship equivalent to a tow ship to tow these guys back to port, because they're not leaving that location without significant help, and they don't have a space tow ship to tow them with.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The control is vulnerable now.
Policy direction complete.
Oh, and I can do unification with Costa Rica. So there you go. Big damn. The forces of the Eurasian Union have imposed a new government regime in Liberia, giving me the Liberian point. Okay.
We are in control now.
We are in control now.
We are in control now. It promptly losing control someplace else. We lost Belize again. Okay, so do I want Belize back? Probably.
Acknowledged.
Can I just like send you to purge Belize? Probably. Yeah.
Targeting the opposition.
Ready to go.
I'm here. Targeting their key people.
Where to? Removing our enemies.
Okay. So everything goes according to plan. We'll pick up 2 points. And maybe... Yeah, I think we technically need to still need to federate you, so... We'll do the Federation on Panama. And then we'll probably start working on federating some more in... relations, managed relations, Nicaragua, Liberia. We can make these guys back to neutral. Which I suppose is probably lowering the resting cohesion place, but it's probably fine. of November.
Offering support.
The people will come to our side.
Crackdown complete.
Action complete. It should just be a simple roll for those 2 points there.
Mission complete.
Federation, Panama.
Our associates are now in charge.
Associates are now in charge. Lost her point in the Dominican Republic. Shame.
We're in control.
And then relations, managed relations. And lost them in Liberia. Okay. Parasite quarantine protocols. Less likely to be enthralled. Again, we're gonna build up the enthrallment resistance.
Ready for orders.
And get back to working on the Dominican Republic again. Oh, and you can just straight purge your way into the first one. So just do
Removing
that.
our enemies.
Ready to go.
With the
What's the other?
the ones here, I think we want to just do a defend interest on each of those.
Securing our control.
Not gonna keep out a determined
Ready
person
for
trying to get
orders.
into them, but
Ready.
I'm here. Securing our control.
grab reps in command. At some point, we're gonna go on a unrest raising spree in the aliens again. So we're gonna want command for that. And over the last 31 days, although stuff has been improving, cohesion's getting better. We want cohesion to be at 5, and we want GDPC to be like 50,000. It's getting better. And of course, every time we add a new nation, all these nations are poorer than the United States per capita. So we're having to fix those portions before we can really get the per capita going back again. It's kind of what's going on there. We do have, yeah, we have everyone properly like in the United States. They don't need to like everyone else, but they need to like the United States. Yeah, working towards the 10th of November. Chips are doing their thing.
Lending my expertise.
Securing our interests.
Securing our interests.
Securing our interests.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We have removed some tracts.
We've removed some threats, apparently. A new fleet launches for Romeo 771. As apparently it's the alien magnet right now. Control point lost in Belize. You see? You see? The defend interests was not going to make a big enough difference. Alien megafauna has been destroyed. Okay. Space defense is online. Predictive logistics systems. Army repair rate. Control point management. Actually more interested in the army repair rate than the control point management there. Because I am thinking at some point they've only got 2 armies. At some point we're going to move against the alien administration.
Ready for my mission. We are taking power.
Standing by.
We're taking power.
Standing by for orders.
Send you off to an alien. There's presumably a alien structure somewhere that isn't in the alien nation. Yeah.
We're going in.
Ready.
And then we'll have you do some public campaigning in the United States.
I will try to sway the public.
That's, again, one way to raise cohesion. Because they're the elite public ideology differences, right? So the elite is resistance, the public is like everything else. Yeah, 2nd November.
Offering counsel.
We've moved the needle.
We've moved the needle.
Another fleet goes for Romeo 771. At this point, they should go for the one that's actually going to get to Jupiter, but, you know, the AI isn't the smartest. They cracked on the one in Honduras. Well, I think there's two in Honduras, so it's not that one's not that bad for me. Yeah, there's two in Honduras, so that's not that bad. Apparently I had a control point in Bulgaria. Okay, that's annoying, but I can work with that. Environmental degradation, we can... We're not an extremist. We're not the initiative, so we're gonna fund subsidies to aid and relocate locals. Which apparently wasn't that expensive. I think the cost of that one scales with how bad the environment is, to be fair.
Target destroyed.
We are in control here.
There's another bonus to the thralls. That one about recovery on armies. That was this one. It does cost 20k. I'll hold off on it because this looks like a 20k cost one. At least until I have all the... Actually, no, we'll do that one next. We'll do that one next. Not that we didn't need the 10 management points, but because I want the army bonus.
We are in control
Sooner rather
now.
than later. And there's the Dominican Republic one. So once again, we want to come to the United States. Relations, manage relations. Oh, and already got all the stuff in America. Okay. Then policies. We can do a federation move with El Salvador. February for your unification with Panama. Okay. Parasite decon operations. So we'll do want to set this a favorite. I think that probably required one of the previous xenoscience ones we did as a prerequisite.
Your orders? Targeting the opposition.
Your orders.
Okay. So I want you to defend interests in Belize.
Securing our control.
I want you
Ready for my mission.
to set national policy in the US of NA.
Heading to the capital.
Oh, and it's now October when we get the Proteum Nova Torch, so we're slowly seeing the research rate rise. Slowly.
Offering assistance. Making things safe for our people.
This is paramilitary violence 2. Paramilitary violence 1, I definitely do always support. The second one here, we get an atrocity. We don't have total war farming because we're not one of the more extremist factions. The extremist factions can get half penalty from this stuff, so we're just going to crack down on it, take the cohesion hit in India. It'll be
Public
fine.
opinion is moving in our direction.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Policy direction complete.
Federate El Salvador. The next one, November 11th. Looks like. So we're going to do a close, not a continue, not a repeat. Security accountability chain. -2 to enthrall, probably, yeah.
Space is just like an endless cosmic oil field, waiting to be drained by whoever's smart enough and rich enough to get there first. Black gold is back, baby, back. Chairman Soren van Wyk, impromptu comments made to paparazzi outside a nightclub in Cape Town.
Sounds a little inebriated there. So information science, at this point we really don't care. The two techs we care about, well, the three future techs we care about is space, life, and military. The beta changes that, but we're not on the beta. We're deep enough into this one. I don't want the beta screwing everything up when the stuff started happening. Maybe after I'm back from the vacation, I'll start one up in the beta. We're gonna get the Proteum Nova Torch soon, and then we will see how that affects our ships.
Our associates were unable to take control.
Ooh, bad roll. Proteum Nova Torch. No. Honestly, definitely none to these at this point. So what? The Nova Torch is 6, so this is 4, 5, 6. Or, no. 3, 4, 5. We're on 6. 6 does everything these do better, and doesn't have the radioactives. So, we're gonna hide those. Not gonna bother with the Helium-3 mine. The Helium-3 mine might be something I do once we're barely dug in one of the Jovians. This removes the radioactive cost on all the heavy fusion reactor arrays. Right, and those, okay, that's not a lot of radioactives. But, or, I say removes, it changes them all into water. And water's trivial. Right, the cost difference is massive between those two. So, it is something we want to do, it's not something we're needing to do for a really long time. Yeah, I'm going to start on my officer stuff. I think there's 2 officer ones. The... Oh, I'll do the first one, because I know where the first one is. Okay, that'll be done really quickly. That'll be done really quickly. This one's the big one that's going to take forever to do. Let's get to the end of this counselor mission, and then we'll start redesigning the ships. Redesigning all our ships. Israel, under the control of Project Exodus and Nicaragua, have entered their alliance. Okay. No, I want ship design. Ship design. Ship class. Hide the obsoletes. We're gonna make more obsoletes, but hide the obsoletes for the moment. I can... Yeah, I think I've fully moved on from using missiles, torpedoes. They're all gone, so we're gonna obsolete all of those to hide all of those. We'll hide the ones we're not using. Just keep the ones that I'm using so I know that they're there. And then what? We probably want to do the first upgrades on, say, the ones we're actually building, right? So let's see what this happens with the colony ship. So F2 colony fusion block. Oh, it says block 12. We're gonna actually change this to a different name. But first, the drive gets upgraded. In fact, this is really the only thing we're gonna change on here is the drive. So This has got a 72.8 range with the drive. Oh, so this is a fun one. So I can go fast or I can go fuel efficient. Alright, so we go 12 kps. Oh, I can also upgrade, and we do want to upgrade. Hydrogen trap. Alright, so I can go 150 kps with the 60 tanks, or I can get there. Have 4.7 times the acceleration and lose about a third of the range. Honestly, I don't think we need the acceleration on these guys. Run one engine. 50 fuel efficiency. We get 150 kps. Okay, this is not the F2. This is the F6 colony ship long range. Which is in theory just the straight upgrade to... Oh, I suppose technically it's the upgrade to that one, right? I clicked on the one above it. So I might be building some of the wrong model, but I think they're upgradable. Yeah, I think there should be an upgrade. Should be able to refit on that. And then the laser plasma, long range. So we're gonna upgrade you. So you've already got the hydron trap on you. We just need to swap out the deuterium power fusion with the new drive. And again, 150 kps if we run one drive, or I can lose a third of the range for 4.7 times the speed. These are the ones we're going to go long range with, so we'll slap them like that. Oops. No. Laser plasma. Forgot to update the name right. And then we want to fix the name. F6 fusion plasma. Okay. So that's the long-ranged variant. And to be fair, the 10 we're building, we might just upgrade to those ones, right? The radioactives are going to go away, which is fine. They're going to cost a little bit more nobles, which is fine. They're going to cost more metal. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem with that. Big range increase. And the F2s that we got kicking around, we probably want to do, say, an upgrade design for that. Same sort of thought process, right? We're going to do swap the Protium Nova Torch. And what, they were able to pull 4.3 milliGs before. They swapped the new one, and they're actually getting... They're going faster. Going faster with... Technically... I think technically even higher fuel efficiency. Alright, so the question is how fast do I want them to go? For station defense purposes. Probably still just run them like so for the moment. Okay. Gotta get the names so I don't get them fuzzed later. And we need to do the same on the PD at least. I forgot to fix the name. Forgot to fix the name. That's not what we want it called. Place the drive, and yeah, we want it to be the F6. This is F6. Fusion PD. And these are maybe not so categorically an improvement as I was expecting them to be. They're only 40 kps longer range. So they're 2.5 times faster. They're 2.5 times faster and 40 kps faster. Or 40 kps more thrust. And then the long range variants keep that speed and get another 50 kps on top of that for the cost of one utility slot. So, yeah. Okay. So now we're just waiting for those ships to come off the shipyard. The very first thing we're going to do the moment they come off the shipyard is just to shove them right back. You know those engines we just put on you? Yeah, no, they're obsolete. Time to put a new engine on you. And we're a ways off on the new power plant. The power plant here is going to make a big difference. And then the engine that comes with it is going to make a big difference. Okay, and then we get back. So we got a 90 there and 90 there. We'll just do straight purges.
Ready for orders. Targeting the opposition.
Acknowledged.
And apparently China can federate the Eurasian Union. Do you actually... I don't think China has cores on Moscow. No. The Far East. The Far East. Okay, so I could transfer the Far East to China if I wanted to get away from the Eurasian Union. I don't really, so we don't need to want that. And it'd get confusing for trying to add things to the Eurasian Union. Although we might not add things to the Eurasian Union. I might technically add the Eurasian Union to the EU at some point. Might be the way we go. Though policy-wise, we do have a couple unifications ready to go. It looks like both South and North are ready to become one with the Union, the Combine. In fact, I could go so far as to do all three. Do the Japan as well. Yeah. I'm going to do 2 for the moment. I don't think we need to do Japan right away.
Standing by.
Reporting in.
And then I want someone to start stabilizing the United States. The United States is a little
We'll
unstable.
restore peace to this nation.
It's a temporary problem. It'll get better, but for the moment, I want the problem dealt with.
On my way to the capital.
This is also likely to unstabilize China, so we'll have to probably restabilize China.
Time to make our move.
Direct investment, some more funding. And then we're going to confirm assignments and get moving.
I will help them.
Wave of fear. We must not surrender ourselves to the Terra.
Things are stabilizing.
Mission complete.
Unification, North Korea.
Policy direction
Unification, South Korea. And now, those are going to be much, much harder for people to take from me. Although don't almost put another million tons of CO2 being released from China. We'll raise investment spending for a little bit. Once more, Romeo 771 is being attacked. We stand, we fight. This may be the last time. It may also not be. You know, let's this time, let's come in faster. Oh, this is a mothership equipped fleet. Yeah, I don't think we're winning against this one. Don't think we're winning against this one. We might. But I don't think we are. Not that I think the mothership is some major difference. I think it's just we're trimmed down too much. The mothership, out of all the ships, the enemy fleet, mothership's gotta have some armor. Gotta have some serious armor. And we're starting to run low on, I think, plasma. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we got 6 batteries of plasma. And we're starting to lose the frontal forward laser cannons as well, so we're gonna have a hard time cutting things up. Oh, I think they finally brought enough of the kinetics that we aren't having enough PD. I think the kinetics are getting through. Yeah. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to get the nose pointed towards the cruisers. I'm gonna have to ignore the flankers. Yeah, that one's dead in the water. Swap to a different target. There is a lot of kinetics come in. Good thing we got a lot of point defense, although not sure how lucky we're gonna get if any of it gets through. Okay, one of the alien ships is maneuvering because it recognized that we're unable to maneuver, so we have a collision if it didn't. Honestly, at this point, turn the face of the mothership. I think we're at the point where the fleet is going to get cut up. We either got enough point defense to handle the mothership's incoming kinetics, or we don't. And we're probably better off trying to bring the mothership down than trying to shoot the ships in front of us, or the ships behind us, while pointing our butts at the mothership. The aliens definitely do have plasma. What's hitting us here right now? It's they're alien plasma batteries. We may, if the frontal armor holds, have a collision. Because the mothership is not taking evasive maneuvers, and our ship that is on the collision course has no capacity to take maneuvers of its own. Is it intentional? No. Is it likely to happen if the ship holds up? Yes. I think we may have had a collision with the alien mothership. The alien mothership survived the collision, which is an entirely different problem. No primary weapon, no primary weapon, no primary weapon. All we have left in offensive weapons, offensive capabilities, is 2 plasma turrets. 2 plasma batteries blaring away. Oh, actually, make that 4. We got 4 plasma batteries blaring away. We're obviously not taking the mothership down with that level of firepower. I don't even think we have enough point defense left to hold up against the incoming kinetics. Turn the game speed up. Or only one of our ships has the ability to even point the nose in the right direction. Here you have plasma, although they're not firing for whatever reason. Critical damage to its bridge, drive system, and or fuel, yep. There goes another ship. Plasma, of course, is not very effective for cutting ships apart without something else to back it up, and the something else to back it up is what's been knocked offline on the ship. There goes the plasma battery. Only one plasma battery still firing. And there goes the last plasma battery. At this point, the ships have lost. I shall accept the result and smash the auto-resolve button at this point. Yeah. We still took more ships with us, but they have finally given up the ghost. Romeo 771 has been destroyed to the last, at the cost of many an alien ship.
Our associates
At
are
this point,
now
the
in
aliens will
charge.
probably recognize that there's Romeo 813 doing basically the same thing Romeo 711 was doing.
Our people have taken control.
Okay, so for the moment, we're in control of all the non-EU territories that can be merged in the United States of America. Media spotlight. The world's media is focused on us. Just two other resistance, they ask. A mysterious organization influenced governments globally, which seem to have recently sprung up out of nowhere. What is the real agenda? Can they be trusted with the vast power they wield? Will they solve the alien problem or make it much, much worse? All these questions and more are being asked daily, and the public is becoming concerned. We can ignore it. Which is 40% chance something goes bad. Fund a publicity campaign. Small public post. Leverage this for influence. Pay money, get influence. Lie and deflect. We have very little influence, and advisory group only, really. No, we have a lot of influence. We've won multiple space battle against the aliens. So obviously either fund a publicity campaign or gain a bunch of influence. I'm going to take the influence. And then we're going to turn around and immediately invest that into getting more funding from the United States. More modules coming online, giving us more money per day. Alien fleet launches for low Earth orbit. More coming. Okay, and once again, we're at a good place to put a part break in. I hope you've been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. Once more, we're going to do a short tea break so I can get up and stretch the legs and sip a little bit of tea. I try to do this every hour at least. And then in games that are a little less complex, that I break up a little bit more, I'll do it a little more often. With that, I'm going to go ahead and wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. And bye for now.